Welcome everyone, I'm your host Ronner TV, and today we'll be having a discussion about Godzilla versus King Kong, and here are some of my theories. Alright, number one, we're just blabbering. This is not scripted, this is not anything, so this is if you will, like a podcast, right, but it's not. So let's just start with the movie looks good. Right, we haven't had a Godzilla versus Kong movie in fucking years, man. We haven't had it ever since that movie. That fucking movie. You guys, if you're a G fan, you know what I'm talking about. The OG King Kong versus Godzilla. So it's been almost basically around 65, 60 years since we've had one. And we might we might not see it again for another few years. You know what I mean? So take it in when you're in the theater or at home when you're watching this, because this is probably the only chance we're gonna get to see a live action movie. Another theory or just general statement is that wow, you know what I mean? It's I hopefully it's Legendary Pictures, so we might not get a lot of explaining and plot really in depth, but sometimes it's just that's just how it is nowadays when it comes to TV. You know what I mean? There's not some nowadays I don't really feel like in Godzilla, at least I think we had a lot of information in 2014's movie, and in fact, that's why you barely saw Godzilla, because there was just a lot of talking and a lot of humans. It seems like we're gonna give the kaijus here a lot of time. You know what I mean? A lot of time, Godzilla and Kong. And speaking about kaijus, here's my first theory. I think number one, Mechagodzilla's in here. I mean, if you haven't heard that already, Mechagodzilla's in here. But the thing is, though, when is he appearing? And I have that answer. He already has appeared. He's in your face in that first trailer. You're probably you're asking yourself, no, he wasn't. Well, let me tell you, yes, he was. He was Godzilla. He is Godzilla. Godzilla getting punched in the face is Mechagodzilla. He's just if you're a G fan, you know what this is. He's a fake Godzilla. He's a faker. We've seen this classic magician trick before in Godzilla 1974, Mecha Godzilla versus Godzilla, or Godzilla versus Mecha Godzilla. Okay, we've seen this trick before. You guys know this, you know what I mean? So don't act like you're surprised. He is the Godzilla getting punched in the face. Look, I know Godzilla well enough to say, hey, I've seen enough Godzilla movies and read few of the comics to go like, hey, Godzilla's smart, alright? He has two brains, one up the ass, and then the other one in his head. You know what I mean? He's smart enough to do things, he knows what he's doing. Now, we also need to remember, though, he is also a creature. He's a living thing. He has a brain. He's smart. You could tell, and I think Godzilla, King of the Monsters, explained that. You know what I mean? We saw the intelligence that Godzilla has, or at least the legendary Godzilla has, and it's not like Zilla, man. It's not like Zilla. He has, there is thought to everything he does. There's, you know what I mean? He doesn't just do things for no reason. Now, why I'm bringing this up is because, number one, Godzilla tends to attack his enemies on shore. You know what I mean? He never really does it on water. Now, there was a time where he did that against in Showa, against Ibra, and which is the giant shrimp. And for those that obviously Godzilla fans are hopefully watching this. If not, if you're not a Godzilla fan, then it's basically a giant shrimp monster he fought. But even then, it was near the shore. It was near. It wasn't like out in the ocean. Maybe I'm wrong. I haven't seen the movie in a long time, so if I do get it wrong, some G fans, I'm sorry about that. But you know what I mean. I guess I have to watch some of those movies a bit again. Mostly the Showa, because I know more Heisei and Millennium. I know a lot of Showa. Don't get me wrong, but I think my strong suit is definitely Heisei and Millennium. But Showa's one of my favorites too, so I'm not gonna lie. Just that I guess that one movie, some of the Showa movies I haven't seen. But anyways, regardless, so yeah, he is. Godzilla does things for a reason. He doesn't just do things for no reason. So when I see something like this happen, I already know the answer. You know what I mean? It's Mecha Godzilla. So my theory is that the first round is gonna be Kong beating the hell out of Mecha Godzilla, the faker Godzilla. Right? So maybe the faker Godzilla runs out of energy. So he maybe during the naval scene, the terrorist guys organization that we had in King of the Monsters goes like call Mecha Godzilla back because you know what I mean. We don't want him getting killed. And you're probably wondering, what is he powered on? He's powered on Mecha Ghidorah. I mean, Mecha Ghidorah. Well, that's my next theory. He's powered on Ghidorah's energy. You know what I mean? What's left of it? The rest of a Ghidorah. Ghidorah's electricity. That's what makes him run. So I'm assuming maybe they preserved, sort of on this makeshift lifeline, Ghidorah, or they resurrect him somehow, and they got him back. We'll see, because at the end of the day, we don't know. So again, these are theories. So that's my theory on that. It's Mechagodzilla, and furthermore, is that yes, like I said, the first round's Mechagodzilla. Second round is gonna be Godzilla. So what's gonna happen is that Kong finally gets transferred to shore, which is Godzilla's territory. Godzilla goes like, okay, you know what I mean? There's a problem here, you know what I mean? Like, I sense there's an enemy in my territory, so he's territorial. He's gonna play territorial card. And what he's gonna do is he's gonna attack, or he's gonna just go into shore. And then Kong is gonna think, hey, you tried to kill me out there. You tried to, you know what I mean? You tried to kill me. So what, I'm gonna now then there's this huge fight, you know what I mean? And then I think Kong was gonna make people go crazy, especially if you're not a G fan. Is just gonna be like, oh my god, you know what I mean? Kong destroyed Godzilla. Godzilla retreated, you know what I mean, back to the ocean, you know what I mean? Oh my god, but that really wasn't Godzilla. Kong won that fight, fair and square. But I think, like I said, that's just that's got the Mecha Godzilla. You know what I mean? So second round is gonna be Godzilla. So you know what I mean? In this instance, that again, it's gonna be Godzilla, and I think Godzilla is gonna win the second round. I think Godzilla, and in all honesty, he's gonna beat up Kong. Sorry for those hardcore Kong fans, but I mean, Godzilla is the king of the monsters. He's done this, been there, done that. You know what I mean? Show me what Kong Ghidorah has not done. You know what I mean? Ghidorah's literally a god, and Kong is just, an ape from a far island. You know what I mean? From Skull Island. And I don't know. Godzilla's been fighting all his life, and you can tell me that Kong has too in Skull Island. I get it. But I honestly feel that Godzilla's gonna win this one. Now, what does, and for Kong's benefit, is that this weapon that he has, this axe, this, Godzilla dorsal spine, you know what I mean? It does scare me as a Godzilla fan, because then that goes like, yeah, Kong could win then, because, speaking about that, that's kind of messed up, you know what I mean? So what's the whole point of Godzilla's atomic breath if it's useless now? You know what I mean? It's useless. The whole point of the character that, that we love is a power, ability. It's fucking useless. What's the point of him having an atomic breath if he can't use it on Kong? And Kong's just gonna have this battle axe and protect himself that way. So I just think that that's just something that's so fucking stupid, and they shouldn't this shouldn't be a thing. You know what I mean? It should have been the original movie where they played it out where Godzilla, at the first round Kong loses, second round Kong wins. You know what I mean? Third, it's debatable, because at the end of the movie If on the American version it showed Godzilla swimming away to shore, and then on the Japanese version it showed Kong. Um, it showed King Kong. Uh, you know what I mean, coming to shore. So again, it's all about preference, because at the end of the day, some G fans go like, yeah, Kong won that match fair and square, and then, me, people that, other G fans go like, no, Godzilla won that one fair and square. So, again, it's a debate, and they did say there's going to be a confirmed winner. So I definitely can't wait to see that. You know what I mean? Who is it going to be? Who's the confirmed winner here? You know what I mean? And if it's going to be Kong, I'm gonna kind of be disappointed. But I'm not gonna be so mad either. I'm not gonna. It would be one of those things where it's like I expected him to win. You know what I mean? Kong having a weapon on his hands. You know what I mean? Or being crafty in that way. I'm not gonna bash him for that, because that's the character. I mean, in Godzilla vs. King Kong, he used a goddamn tree and literally shoved it down Godzilla's mouth. You know what I mean? Of course, Godzilla deflect that by using, you guessed what, his atomic breath. But still, though, I feel that, again, with this weapon that Kong has at his disposal, will make in general, it makes an unfair fight. You know what I mean? And in this case, it's just, no, I hate it. I hate it. I hate that aspect. You know what I mean? So if King Kong wins, you know what I mean, I'm not going to be surprised. But if Godzilla wins, I won't be surprised either. It's one of those things, you know what I mean? We'll have to find out, because, with this weapon, Godzilla could get killed, or beat up to hell, or maybe Kong will spare him. I don't know. Like, hey, I won. I'm now the king of the... and that's what I hate. Again, Godzilla is portrayed as the king of the monsters, so him getting killed by Kong would make Kong king of the monsters, and that would suck as a, and again, I'm not a big fan of legendary monsters to begin with. Godzilla, I'm not a big fan of 2019 Godzilla. I'm not, you know what I mean, I'm not 14 Godzilla, I'm not a big fan of him, if we're being honest. You know what I mean, it's not because of the design, it's, you know what I mean, it's just in general, just, I'm not a big fan, man. I'm more of my old school Alien series, Final Wars Godzilla. I like my Godzilla like that. Mostly Final Wars. Final Wars has the perfect, in my opinion, way of, or Heisei. Heisei, the Godzilla and Godzilla, the game, PS4 game, the Heisei Godzilla right there is how I feel Godzilla should be. I don't know about the Legendary Monsters Godzilla. Again, I'm not bashing the design of him or anything, just... That's my opinion. I'm more of a Alien, like I said, Heisei Godzilla type of Godzilla guy. So I like my Godzillas like that. You know what I mean? Mostly Final Wars. Final Wars, I love that body, that built, that they made the suit. You know what I mean? It just looks like a nice... It looks like what Godzilla would be if you said Godzilla. You know what I mean? When I see King of the Monsters, Legendaries, Godzilla, I don't see Godzilla. I see another kaiju, you know what I mean? Just like Zilla, I just see another kaiju that's there. But while we're on the topic, you know what I mean? Let's see what the Mecha Godzilla looks like, because that's scaring me too. That Mecha Godzilla design it looks awful. That, you know what I mean? It looks cool, but the hand thing, I don't know what they're doing with the hands. That looks really dumb. You know what I mean? It looks really stupid. But look at it this way. Let's make this a benefit, right? It can't be as bad as Shin Godzilla. Yep, I said it. I said it. You know what I mean? Oh my god, here comes the G fans that were a big fan of Godzilla Resurgence. Look, I love the 2016 movie. I said it on stream the other day. I love the 2016 movie. It's just that the design of Godzilla, yes, I get where they were going for this horrible creature, monster, right? You know what I mean? Awful, you know what I mean? The despicable of disaster and chaos, you know what I mean? Abomination. And don't get me wrong, they made it an abomination, alright. It's just that it just sucks. I like the design. It grew on me, personally. It grew on me for a few months. But now the more I keep looking at it and looking at Legendary Monsters Godzilla, it's like, oh boy, you know what I mean? It doesn't look exactly the best, but you know what I mean? I feel like in some ways it has that, like their intention was obviously to make it as close as the 1954 Godzilla, with the hands being the way they are. You know what I mean? And that's fine, I get it, but you know, that's my personal opinion. I'll go both ways with Shin Godzilla. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'll cut him some slack, because at the end of the day, it was a really good movie. I love the RARs, how it alternated between Heisei, Melee, and General Showa. You know, I love that. That was awesome. The music, it was nostalgia everywhere on that movie. If you're a Godzilla fan, you know, you would understand where I'm coming at. Like, especially not having a Godzilla movie for what, 10, 20 something years, apparently. Yeah, well, apparently it's true. Well, you know, that's, you know, finally Toho gets back onto they get, you know, they got their, you know, their shit together, and actually made a movie again. You know what I mean? And of course, thanks to Legendary Pictures, I do appreciate them for actually bringing back Godzilla in that way, and somewhat being faithful to the design, at least in 2014. Somewhat, because the dorsal spines at 2014 was a bit off, but now that the, you know, 2019, they brought him back looking, you know, with his nice dorsal spines again. That's the dorsal spines I know Godzilla has. Maybe a bit darker for, you know what I mean? I like mine with the shading of white, and then like it, you know, I just like it like that. You know, again, old school, but that's just me. But anyways, we're about to hit almost 20 minutes here, so my next theory is that Mecha Ghidorah. You know what I mean? If it's not gonna be a later in the movie, we could see a Mecha Ghidorah. You know what I mean? Because at the end, if you've spoiler alert, if you didn't see 2020, they had the terrorist air organization had the corpses of Ghidorah, what's left of him. So this again raises concern that this could be a Mecha Ghidorah in the movie later. They, you know what I mean? Maybe that's the bigger foe. Maybe King Kong and Godzilla have to fight Mecha Ghidorah, and you know what I mean? Mecha Godzilla again. So again, it raises up so many questions, so many things, so many theories that it goes on and on. I could go on for hours, but we're just gonna keep this short and just bring out the big theories, so that way I'd be like, hey, I told you so. You know, I knew what was coming. Now if none of my theories are right, you know what I mean, then we'll see. At the end of the day, we'll see. But honestly, again, I just think Godzilla will win this one. I also think that um, Kong will win against Mechagodzilla. He will win against them, and then you're gonna get those Kong fans being like, in the first, you know, half of the movie at that part, oh my God, Godzilla retreated. He's, you know, he sucks. You know what I mean? Oh my God, we won. And then, you know, at the end of the around the ending of the movie, there's like a plot twist where it's like, oh, like the main villain goes like, you know, always over explaining things, saying, oh, you know, we retreated Mecha Godzilla back because he had no energy, because he had needed more Ghidorah energy. You know what I mean? Something like that. It's gotta, you know, it has to be something like that. It's there, you know, it just makes sense. It just makes sense. But well, I don't know. We'll see at the end of the day. This is all speculation. So you know, it's not confirmed. It is confirmed though. There will be a winner. So, like I said again on that, it's Godzilla. If not, I'm happy for Kong fans, but it just, again, it defeats the purpose of being King of the Monsters and just general being Godzilla. So, you know, in that meaning, and you know, we'll see, because will Kong, you know, become the new King of the Monsters in Legendary Pictures' movies, or will Godzilla do it? But anyways, that's the end of the video, guys. Please leave a comment, like, subscribe, and happy hunting, everyone. See you later.